The Bible almost never uses the word religion, and it only actually defines religion once, so we should probably pay attention to that one time. Let's get to it. Hey Internet, my name is Jeff and I'm a pastor, and today we are going to talk about the one time that the Bible actually defines what religion is. It's in the book of James, the first chapter of James in verse 27. And it says, religion, threskeia in Greek for those playing along at home, religion that is pure and undefiled before God the Father is this, to care for orphans and widows in their distress, and to keep oneself unstained by the world. That's it. That's the time that the Bible defines religion. Now, a couple of things about this, though. One is that we need to talk about widows and orphans in the first century, because you might be thinking to yourself, oh, taking care of widows and orphans? Great, easy. I love my grandma, kids are great. Who doesn't love them? But let's remember something. In the first century, orphans and widows were considered a drain on society. I mean, let's think about it. Orphans, or kids in general, really, ate but didn't work. And it's not like they had any connections, which was really important in the first century. I mean, you would be willing to help somebody in the first century if they had some sort of connections that you could take advantage of. Not the case with orphans. And then as far as widows go, well, they were past baby-making age, usually, which kind of meant that they had, forgive me for using the term, but this is how they would have described it, they would have been people who outlived their purpose, maybe is one way to put it. So when it says that religion that is pure and undefiled before God the Father is to care for widows and orphans in their distress, yeah, it's talking about widows and orphans, but also we might want to expand that definition a little bit to include anybody that we might call a drain on society, or anybody that we think may have outlived their purpose, anybody who is a risk to take care of. So if you want to modernize this and apply it to your everyday life, then you might want to ask yourself questions like, well, who does my society think is a drain on society? Or who does my culture think has outlived their purpose, beyond just literal orphans and widows? But by the way, also take care of literal widows and orphans. Why not? I'm just saying that it's not as easy as I like my grandma and I like kids, therefore I'm in the clear. There's a little bit more to it than that, the way that the Bible actually defines religion as taking care of widows and orphans. Now, the other thing that it says is to keep yourself unstained from the world. This is the sort of second part of the definition of religion in the Bible. And we might look at that and just kind of say, oh, make sure you follow the rules. Keep your nose clean as far as religious ethics go. And yeah, sure, why not? But also, I think that once again, there's a little bit more to it than that. That word world is the Greek word cosmos, and it also kind of means something along the lines of the natural order of things. We use the phrase, the way the world works. When you see the natural order of things, it is so easy to be jaded sometimes, isn't it? Or it's so easy to just kind of throw your hands up and get apathetic and say, you know what? Who even cares anymore? If this is just the way that the world works, nothing is going to change it. So maybe being unstained by the world actually means something like, don't lose hope. Don't grow numb and apathetic when you look at the world and the way the world works. No, maybe part of religion is working for a better world and not losing hope that the world can actually be better and is actually headed towards somewhere good. So, what's religion according to the Bible? Taking care of the people that we don't want to take care of? Taking care of the people who we might think of as a drain on society? And also not letting your heart get cold when you look at the world and you see the way the world works. And maintaining some sort of hope for a better future in the world. So that's it for this week. That's the very quick definition of religion according to the Bible. Click like and subscribe if you found this video helpful and you want to see more of them. Click the bell if you want to be notified as soon as I release a new video, but they usually come out on Tuesday mornings. Make sure you also leave a comment if you have any questions or any ideas about future videos that you might want to see, and I'll see you in the next one. Grace and peace, everybody.